So you've probably heard by now that Hasbro has greenlit a Friendship is Magic movie, which I'm guessing will be out after season 7. And one rumour is that it'll be the end of Friendship is Magic, which if those last two things are correct, 7 seasons isn't too bad a length. I mean, they could easily wrap up all the plot points such as the CMC getting their cutie marks in that time. But will Friendship is Magic the movie really be the end? Well, first things we know, aside from it coming out in 2017, is it'll be made by Allspark Pictures. Megan McCarthy will be co-producing, and the scriptwriting will be done by Joe Ballerini, who's previously worked on Ice Age, Continental Drift, and Dance of the Dead. And of course this film will be made for the core MLP fans rather than the bronies like what they did with Equestria Girls. Now for all those doom and gloom bronies who'll say, this is the end of the fandom, I don't think it is. There was Trekkies even when Star Trek was taken off the air, and many other fandoms survived after their series ended. In fact, Dr. Wolf and his brother Tarek did a video not too long ago about the brony fandom. The reason I mention it is because there was a part in the video where they talked about how many of the current bronies will likely show their kids the show in the future. Much in the same way my mum introduced me to Star Trek when I was little, so to teach good morals such as don't treat others different and don't be a jerk, such like in MLP. My first prediction is that I think it may be less likely that we'll see 26 episode seasons in the next 3 years. I have suspected that season 5 would likely be just 13 episodes ever since I first heard that it would be delayed until 2015, especially since season 4 was 26 episodes long, plus they made Rainbow Rocks, so they wouldn't have had much time for season 5. I also think season 5 will be the start of the build-up to the film, which is why it's been announced now rather than at one of the brony conventions. I think that would be the right time to end Friendship is Magic on a high. Going back to Star Trek for a minute. LeVar Burton once said that of all the episodes of The Next Generation that they made, he hasn't watched about 80 of them. And as time goes on, it will become harder and harder for the MLP writers to come up with a compelling narrative with the characters and setup that they have, even if it is now different from what they started with in 2010 and what they'll have in 2017. There is already the Equestria Girls spin-off, so I don't think it's too unlikely that we'll see a Friendship is Magic spin-off like a G4.5. That said, with all the times rainbows have appeared in this show, it wouldn't surprise me if G4 became known as G-Rainbow. All I can say for certain is that if it is the end, it will likely be quite polarising, with some bronies saying that it's the right way for the show to end and others saying that they could do so much more despite however the film goes.